Hi everybody, Kai Waza with you. Welcome back to my channel on this Tuesday. I think it's Tuesday. Yes, day after Memorial Day. Um, I went. I hope you had a good Memorial Day. I did not do anything special. Um, I didn't work. I worked this morning, Tuesday morning, which I'm just back from. Hence my Memorial Day attire, post Memorial Day, I guess. Um, yeah, kind of a chat, and then I will show you a new HCD haul of some CDs that just came in the mail and some that I've just picked up. But I know that very few people really want to see the CD haul. There's a few, but very few of you. So we'll just chat a little bit first. Uh, Memorial Day, yeah. Something that kind of bugs me about Memorial Day, I want to get off my chest, is that here in this modern day in which we live, many people seem to really forget or not understand what Memorial Day really is. And they're all, if they do anything, it's all like, oh, happy Memorial Day and blah, 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 blah. And I'm sort of like, Memorial Day, in case you're not really aware, is. You don't really celebrate. I mean, celebrating isn't the right word because it's memorial, like you're remembering or honoring, commemorating people who've died in service to the country. So we're talking like military people or people in combat, people who actually gave up their lives in service to the country. So, not Veterans Day, which honors all the people who served in the military. That's something different. Memorial Day is honoring people who gave their life in service to the country. So, we don't, it's not really like a happy holiday. Uh, it's okay to like, of course, you can have a parade and you can go to the lake and go to the beach and have a barbecue and you can, you know, uh, commemorate the day however you wish, but you don't really celebrate the day, if you know what I mean. And it's not really happy Memorial Day. It's, I hope you have a good Memorial Day or, that we've honored those on Memorial Day, whatever. But I mean, I don't want to make a big deal out of it, but it just kind of bugs me when people don't seem to, Memorial Day is for the people who died, not for the people who lived. But you're honoring the people who passed away in service to the country. Uh, yeah, and certainly you shouldn't interrupt. I mean, I don't get very political, but I mean, I hear now there are people like, because of Palestine and all these different things going on, they're like interrupting Memorial Day parades with, whatever, free Palestine or la la la. It's just so not cool. Like, this is the United States, you have freedom of speech and you can have a protest about whatever you want, whatever you want. I support it. But you don't interrupt. You're on the sidewalk and have your signs protesting something, absolutely fine. Don't interrupt an event like Memorial Day commemoration. That's just not cool. That's not cool. Anyway, not a lot going on. Oh, you know what I wanted to tell you? Something John has recently discovered. I mean, it's been around forever, but I just recently have really fallen in love with this baking soda. You guys use baking soda very much? I mean, it's always been around for baking, obviously, and I know people, you do things with it. I mean, there's always been like toothpaste that has baking soda in it to help with whitening or cleaning or something. I don't know what prompted my recent interest in the baking soda. Somewhere, somehow, something clued me into it more. Um, and I started using it for like everything, and I'm obsessed with it, and I love it. And I'm looking for even more things to do with it. I don't know, but I put it now, like whenever I'm washing dishes, I put some in the sink with the detergent, dish detergent. Just makes things so clean and sparkly, and things just seem to come off a lot more easily. Oh, I hope I'm not getting hiccups now. I put it in the laundry machine when I'm doing laundry. I am. Okay, we're going to pause this video. Okay, we are back. And I've been putting it in my washing machine whenever I'm doing clothes now, and it just seems to make things, I don't know, fresher, more, less musty or whatever. I don't know. It has a magical quality of some kind. And I've discovered also to like use it. If your stomach's a little bit upset, or you're eating something and you're like, okay, I don't, that feels a little bit odd or not quite right. Just take a tablespoon or whatever of baking soda and put it in some water and drink it, and you're good to go. Like, it's amazing stuff. Do you guys use baking soda that much? I mean, I also use apple cider vinegar for things, but I have found that, it's a lot easier to take some baking soda than it is to take apple cider vinegar, which is pretty intense if you're trying to like take it in anything. Baking soda goes down pretty easy. So I've been getting larger boxes of it than I did before. I know I can get a giant thing at like Sam's, but I don't know that I would use that. But anyway, this video is brought to you by Arm & Hammer. This particular box is Arm & Hammer baking soda. Though I don't really think it matters what brand. I don't think it matters what brand you use. I think it's all okay. It's baking soda. It's kind of also what Dr. Eno's fruit salt really is, basically, is baking soda too, which I like. I don't know if there's anything else we should talk about. I mean, what else is happening? I'm not really doing anything. I'm sort of in a lull right now, which is nice because I'll be traveling next month. In the middle of the month, I go to Montana for sort of a long weekend thing, 4 days. I'm judging Miss Montana, USA. But that's just for like 4 days or so. And then I come back for a week and a half or whatever, and I leave for a month. I'm going to Nevada, Arizona, New Mexico, and probably winding it up in Florida. And then coming back like at the end of July. So, and I'll do some reporting of some kind while I'm gone. I'll be visiting my friend Scott in Arizona, so we'll be doing some record shopping, although I'm not planning on going crazy now. I'm not going to buy like 300 records to mail back to myself, but we are definitely going record shopping. And speaking of music, let's proceed to this CD haul. Now, these are all New Age ambient type CDs that I have gotten for my radio station, Radio Green Goddess, which is on live365.com. When your internal digestive system healing isn't enough and you need some spiritual, emotional healing, I advise you to turn into Radio Green Goddess, where you will hear lovely ambient healing music and sounds of nature. You know what I was thinking, as kind of as a funny thought before I started this video? It was Memorial Day. I don't know whether we had a parade or not. We have a lot of parades here, and I'm just a couple blocks from the main drag, so it's very easy to walk down to see the parades. I don't know if there was one on Memorial Day or not, because I went to the beach for a while, and that is all I did. Stayed at home and cooked and whatever. And they have a lot of parades here. I used to love parades. I used to go all the time to parades, every parade here. And there were a lot of different cultural parades. And I thought it was the coolest thing ever. And I loved it. But as the decades have passed, I think it's a combination of things. I found that I don't really enjoy them as much, primarily really, because they're just smaller than they used to be. They're not as exciting as they used to be for me. There's a couple of big ones. There's a Japanese festival that comes here that has a pretty large parade. That's a good one. Um, I usually go to Pride Parade here, which is, I think, not in June. I think ours is in like October, because also a that's a big parade. Pride Parade here is good, and there's a lot of good energy and floats and music and stuff. So, because some of them are just they're so dull. I just went to one a little while ago, and I mean, I like to see my people or whatever, But the Pride Parade's a good one. The Honolulu Festival one is a good one, and then they just had one a little while ago that I went to see that they've had before, the Celebrate Youth Parade. And literally, I mean, you go down there and it's like, I swear it's like 7 units or something spaced 20 minutes apart, and it's over with, and you're like, okay, what's the point? I mean, so anyway, but I was laughing when because I was going to do these new age CDs, and I thought we should have a new age parade, like, because there are a lot of parades here, like, but trying to imagine, like, what would you do in like a new age ambient multi-spiritual, parade, because the whole idea of like new ageism would have to be like, you couldn't have marching bands. I mean, you couldn't have anything loud and boisterous and people cheering. That would sort of be counterintuitive to what it is. So it'd have to be very like soothing units only, like floats of like, I don't know, like an ice mountain with a wise shaman or something on top of it, and like units instead of like marching bands or whatever, units of like, people with floating fairy outfits or something on, sort of fluttering about to the crowd. And instead of horses, have people riding on like a unicorn. And I mean, what else? I mean, you could have also legitimately, like, there are, different incorporates different things. Like, there are mystical Christian organizations that could, be represented. And there's like, Tibetan Buddhist organizations, and Hawaii, no shortage of different kind of spiritual groups. So there could be different, spiritual groups represented in that, because it sort of incorporates different ideas. But everything would have to be like quiet. And I don't know for music what you would do if you have somebody riding with a harp. I don't know. Or there are a lot of Celtic music and New Age stuff, maybe like a Celtic band, but they couldn't be playing anything rambunctious or about tavern music or whatever. It'd have to be all the soft, sort of pretty, oh, the lilies of the valley, whatever. I'm imagining in my head, like, I think it's a go. Like, I think it'd be kind of fun or weird or whatever to have like New Age Day parade through Waikiki. Even like, what would you do? Like, I was thinking of the rapture, because in a lot of the Christian circles lately with the eclipse and everything, there's been all this talk, kind of an increasing talk of the rapture again. And I don't know how you feel about that. There's feelings all over the place about that, whether it's even biblical or not. But I was imagining in my head, like, what would you do? Like, as a representation in a parade, like, how they're holding. It'd be kind of funny. I mean, I'm not making fun of it. I'm just saying I laugh at everything, right? So you'd have to have like the people in the front that hold the signs up of what the different groups are, and it would have to be like, whatever, the people, you know, excited for the rapture, or people awaiting the rapture, or whatever, some sort of organization like that. And then the people holding it, and then there's like a big empty space with like nobody in it before the next unit, because they're all gone. Like, they were all taken. Or there's like a couple people in there, right? There's like just a huge space and like three or four people marching that are like, I don't know where everybody was. They were here a minute ago, or they were supposed to be here. Where did they go? Where did they go? I don't know. Anyway, just, yeah, New Age parade. I never thought about it, but got my head thinking about it. Anyway, let's take a look at these CDs. It's a combination of thrift store haul and a haul that I just got from this place on eBay that I often order New Age music CDs from at a very, very good price. So we got a lot. Let's just look at him. Hilary Stagg is a harpist. He's really good, and I have a few CDs of his, but I didn't have this one. At least I didn't think I did. Alterwind. No idea who this is. Bruce Beckvar. Hawaiian Healing Journey, the continuing journey. I have the first one of this, is the second, so curious to hear that. Self-healing with sound and music. If it's self-healing, why do you need their help? Sound medicine, music for healing. This was interesting. The thrift store had 2 of these. There must have been more in this series. Music to start your day, mind, body, spirit, daybreak. All right. And then we have music to inspire you, mind, body, spirit, inner spirit. So there must have been a bunch of other ones, like music for coffee break, to start your coffee break, or music to go to sleep by, or music to, whatever, do your housework by. I wonder how many there were in this series. This one, I have a couple from them. Liberia, they're amazing, like sort of childlike singers. Angel Voices didn't have this one. Don't know about this, just wanted to see. Nightingale Connection. Carousel Classics, music for the cycles of life. The music for the Oboe d'Amour collection, Volume 2. I don't know how an Oboe d'Amour differs from a regular oboe, but should be interesting. I don't know. Solitudes, Wild Wolf, Mysterious Beauty. They do a lot of great ones. Solitudes. Grand Circle, Anima. Another Solitudes, Natural Stress Relief 2. I had Volume 1. Of course, had to get 2 because I'm sure it's wildly different, right? Symphony of Angels. Solitudes. Exactly how many Solitudes CDs do you think were done? I don't really know. Like, even if on Discogs, they really have them all. I keep thinking there can't be any more than what I've already gotten. And then you find other ones that are like, man, they did great stuff, but they just like so cashed in on everything. And they're all with nature sounds. That's the great thing about the Solitudes. They're always exploring nature with music. So you're getting this legit music, nice music, and then legit actual, nature sounds. So they're all great, but like how many hundreds did they do? Okay, this one I just had to. I know. I haven't like played it to check it out, but I love Gregorian chant, and we do play it on Radio Green Goddess. Gregorian chant, a tribute to the music of Celine Dion. I mean, I had to get it, right? I don't know. We'll see if it works out or not. More Solitudes, Echoes in the Glen. Ocean Odyssey. Music with the sounds of the ocean. This one, I don't know. This might be end up being more mood music or something, but some of it, we'll see. I was just curious. 20 space themes, the Alan Toussaint Orchestra. I suppose it sort of depends how they play them, where they would fit. Okay, this one. Well, I'm not really expecting this to be for Radio Green Goddess, but I got this because for myself. I mean, it might work for something. It might work for mood music, but probably not. I just got it because I wanted to hear it. Music inspired by King Kong, not the soundtrack. In fact, there's absolutely not one song from the soundtrack on this CD, performed by Great Adventures. These are all 100% not from the King Kong movies. So I'm very curious as to what this sounds like. You know, maybe I can use some of it on a Halloween soundtrack or something. I don't know. Reflections, tranquil themes to inspire inner thought. That's very vague, isn't it? Solitude's Spirit of Africa. Winter Reveries, David Michael. How do I remember what I have and what I don't have? I have been asked that before, and the answer is I don't know. Really? I just kind of remember it, whether I've picked it up or not. And I'm not going to say this is interesting. I mean, what is with the blood red water here? Um, what? Yeah, I have occasionally gotten something twice. I mean, I won't say that's never happened, but I've gone, oh, I have this already. But for the most part, I just have a pretty good memory about whether I picked up something literally and bought it or not. And the last one, Reflections of Nature. They did a fair amount also, but nothing like the number of Solitudes did. Angel's Garden. Okay, y'all, that's it. I hope you enjoyed that. I did. Oh, something else I thought of I wanted to mention. Talking about Memorial Day and celebrating as opposed to commemorating, I did want to say, I don't know if you're in this category yet, but I have definitely reached the age category. I'm 62 now. Got a birthday coming up pretty soon, next month, early next month. Um, and June 4th, to be exact, for what it's worth, Gemini. Uh, I'll be 63. So I'm sort of at that age. I tell people where I don't, because people are like, oh, let's do this, or do you want to do that, or whatever, or what are you going to do? And I'm like, I don't really, I'm at an age where I don't celebrate birthdays. Really, I sort of commemorate them. Like, not to be morose. I mean, I don't mean it like morose, but I do mean it sort of melancholically like. I mean, again, I don't know where you are in age or your thinking or whatever. I know people are, I guess, according to the statistics I get, most of my people that watch my videos are over 50. Um, but I think I'm kind of at that age where I don't really, not to be morose or morbid, I don't mean that, but I mean, I look at holidays, and birthdays and things, and I do think, well, how many more Christmases do I have? When Christmas rolls around, like, how many more times will I really be here for Christmas? So it kind of makes you want to put value, in them more. Doesn't mean to do more. In fact, in my life, I find as I'm getting older or kind of being more contemplative about that, I'm doing less things, having more free time, but just putting more substance or more meaning for myself into what I am doing rather than wasting it on a bunch of stuff I don't care about doing, really, if that makes any sense. So, yeah, I'm going to be commemorating a birthday coming up next month. That's it. I hope you enjoyed that. Leave any comments below, and don't forget to check out Radio Green Goddess if you want to. That'll be linked below. And I hope you have a good week, and we will see you shortly. About due for a Hawaiian record update. I have gotten enough new Hawaiian records that I should be doing an update. Okay. Bye.